And headlines today is Atir Khan and Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu now join me with the latest. Also with me is senior journalist Nalini Singh in the studio. Atir, let me come to you first. Why was this manifesto so delayed? And is this now, you've been speaking to senior BJP leaders, was this a Murli Manohar Joshi manifesto turned into a Narendra Modi manifesto?
Well, that appears to be the case, Gaurav. We know that there were reports of differences among the top leadership as far as a few points, the core issues, inclusion of core issues in the manifesto was concerned. But now today we saw that they appeared as a united group. It was a show of strength. And Murli Manohar Joshi, the chairperson of the manifesto committee, he clearly said that there is a consensus as far as this manifesto is concerned, and there are no differences at all. But clearly, this manifesto, we see a clear reflection of Narendra Modi as far as development and growth is concerned. There are factors which he has been talking about e-growth and e-commerce, focus on manufacturing sector. So it seems that he has been able to prevail as far as the manifesto is concerned. But it has been a fairly balanced manifesto in that sense, because the core issues, the cultural issues have also been taken into account, though in the penultimate page of this document.
Okay. So that is interesting, Nalini Singh. If the Ram Temple issue or the cultural issues, as Murli Manohar Joshi put it, they've been put on the second last page. The economy and a strong foreign policy, a more robust foreign policy, revisiting the nuclear doctrine, a reviving economy, all of that is up front. Is there a signal there? But will it take away the core voters?
I would say the core voters, if you are saying the Hindu voters, for instance, I think they're extremely exercised about what is happening to their lives in terms of economic survival, and in terms of jobs, in terms of getting ahead, in terms of competing with the rest of the world, if these are, and the young, very aspirational voters. So I don't know if by placing the the Ram Mandir on the second last page, they're going to lose, second last page of 54-page document, they're going to lose their core voters. Personally, I don't think so. But I think that when the manifesto is talking about a revival of the economy, at the same time, they are obviously talking about maintaining the security net, if not strengthening it. My question is the implementation of this extremely ambitious program that they are saying, that the economy will get over its lassitude, it will get over its policy paralysis, will actually take off, and at the same time you have crores of our country persons who need help, just a security net to survive. And I mean by security also the minorities who might be feeling threatened, as I've said, because there is so much also hype about it as well, but also the others who really do not, whose, if I may use an extremely harsh phrase, which is their stomachs are stuck to their spines, because there's nothing, there really is that much left between them and death. So these are the people that no political party is going to abandon, and neither will the BJP, and the manifesto doesn't say it. But therefore the implementation of this ambitious, balanced manifesto is something that we should be watching and questioning.
On the issue of internal security, the BJP is promising a more robust policy. Also, Kamal, it's a more robust foreign policy that BJP talks about. And if I could quote, it goes on to say friendly ties with all countries, but will not hesitate in taking strong steps when required. You've been speaking to BJP leaders. Have they elaborated on this?
Well, definitely so. Security seems a major point as far as BJP is concerned. And remember, they've not only been raising issues regarding internal security, whether it's about 2611, also regarding agencies like the NIA. They've also been talking about misuse of CBI. So in that sense, they've been very clear they need to strengthen internal mechanisms, especially agencies like the NIA, which is a counter-terror agencies, but also talking about strengthening ties as far as their neighbors are concerned, but saying Obviously, it is the country's image and prestige which is of utmost importance. That will not be compromised. That's what we see in the ads also. But definitely, BJP coming out with strong internal and external policies. They've obviously been hitting out at the Congress party, saying that neither do they really have mechanisms, whether it's in dealing with Pakistan or with China. Time again, intrusions have been done. Congress has not successfully handled these particular issues, right from hitting out at Nehru, Indira Gandhi and even Manmohan Singh. They've gone all out. Now specifically during the time of elections, they want to highlight their own internal policy, saying they would have a strengthened policy both internally and externally, and basically that image of a strong and independent India.
Okay, that's an interesting aspect that Kamal is pointing out, that the BJP has constantly attacked the Congress and UPA too, especially for having a very weak foreign policy, and Narendra Modi has gone on record to say they behead our soldiers and we feed them biryani.
Yeah, not only foreign policy, but also you were talking about the internal policy. I mean, the BJP's manifesto says that they are going to be more robust and muscular, as you had said earlier. But you know, we should really be questioning the BJP on the following. If they are saying that the internal security scenario is going to be that much more dependable, strong, etc., then why have there been no police reforms in the BJP ruled states? Yes. Such as you take Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan. Have we had these reforms, the police reforms? If we've had them, then of course you can say that this is the model for the rest of the country. But to the best of my information, they haven't had. So is there now something which a gap between rhetoric and the reality which we know about?
Interesting aspect that you point out, that is this all then just rhetoric?